So some of you guys have asked me if I can make a video about the updated community usage guidelines, so in today's episode we will do exactly that. Timestamps are as always in the description down below, so if you want to skip ahead, feel free to do that of course. The articles are both linked in the description down below. This includes the Roblox article and of course the developer forum post. If you want to check these out for yourself, feel free to do that. Last but not least, a little disclaimer at the beginning of this video. I'm not an expert on this topic and I'm not a native English speaker either, so if I do misunderstand certain parts or misinterpret certain things within these posts, of course, feel free to correct me in the comments down below. I would really appreciate that. So now, let's just start today's episode. So before we actually go through these community usage guidelines, there's one more thing I wanted to point out, which is going to be important a little bit later on in the video. It is of course the sunsetting of the Developer Stars program, which from what I've seen so far was quite important, especially for smaller developers. This program was therefore to create toys and merchandise for Roblox games, and it seems like this is especially sad for smaller developers, as it is going to be more difficult and more challenging for them to find partners to create merchandise, as an example Roblox Toys and our Roblox merchandise for their game, which is a bit unfortunate, and I just wanted to point this out. So let's go through these guidelines now. Point number 1, the Roblox logo and Roblox tilt are not permitted for general use on any creative materials or copy unless it's part of the official badge. Logo use is strictly limited to select partners and the Roblox Stars influencer program. We do not grant unsolicited requests to use our logos. So yeah, this means that you're no longer allowed to use the Roblox logo or Roblox square on any creative materials. As an example, Kreek showed some examples in his video. His merchandise is pretty much violating this brand new usage guideline, and his Roblox UGC item is also violating this, so not really sure what he's going to be doing about this, but it is quite interesting to say the least. So point number 2, the name Roblox and any name similar to Roblox, including blocks and Roblox, will determine what is similar, are not permitted in titles of any experience created on or after June 22nd of 2022. Titles of experiences containing Roblox or a name similar to Roblox that were published on the platform before such date are not affected by this prohibition. For example, titles such as Roblox World or Bloxton Express would be prohibited now. Roblox has actually put up an explanation as to why they restrict the use on Roblox and variants, Blocks, Bloxy, probably Rthro as well, like Rthro High School or something like that. And this is Roblox's explanation. I personally don't really agree with this explanation. I think Roblox should still allow players to name their games that, but that is just my personal opinion. Maybe I understand something completely wrong right here and Roblox really has a valid point to do this, but I personally don't really see this and I think it is just very unfortunate. And now the worst point, which is going to be point number 3, the use of the Roblox name and any name similar to Roblox, badge, logo and other trademarks, including classic Roblox avatars, R6 and R15 avatars as defined in our terms of use, is not permitted on physical products or commercial content and may not be tied to the development, distribution or sale of any products or services, including but not limited to physical products, packaging, retail displays, services, NFTs, film, TV, books, stage shows or amusement parks without a Roblox licensing agreement. I would say this is definitely the most problematic out of all of these 3 points that I've just mentioned, so let's kind of talk about this one. So pretty much what Roblox says right here, you're no longer allowed to use the classic Roblox avatars on physical products or commercial content. I believe my YouTube videos fall under commercial content, so I believe my thumbnails are in violation of this brand new rule. This is probably not the only bad thing, so as an example, you're also no longer allowed to use the badge, logo or other trademarks, which Roblox has of course, so I believe some of my older thumbnails probably violate this as well now. And now of course physical products, this is definitely going to be also very problematic, because if you remember, the sunsetting of the Stars licensing program, which was in charge of creating toys and merchandise along with Roblox developers / Roblox creators in general, has been kind of doing that. And if you take a look at any Roblox toys, I believe most of them are using R6 or R15 avatars. Developers are now no longer able to create actual representation of their in-game characters as an example as Roblox toys, since these would fall probably under classic Roblox avatars, which is very unfortunate. I think there is very little games on Roblox that use the Rthro characters, and the Rthro characters are the only ones that weren't mentioned right here, so Roblox is kind of forcing people to use Rthro characters, I guess, on commercial content and physical products, which seems very bizarre because that is not going to be an actual representation of most of the Roblox games, since as far as I'm aware, most Roblox games use R6 or R15 avatars or kind of like custom avatars, so that is kind of problematic. I think MidnightKrystal, one of the Arsenal developers, has a very valid point right here. These changes mean developers are unable to advertise or sell accurate products related to their games. Arsenal uses R15 classic avatars, and if we advertise the characters as anything but, it will be false advertisement, which is illegal. So this is definitely very problematic, and everything MidnightKrystal said, you cannot use classic avatar likeness on any product or commercial use, which implies we can't make trailers for our games or produce accurate toys to their in-game counterparts. This is definitely quite problematic, and I really hope Roblox is going to rethink this. They definitely have received a lot of feedback from the community on this, but unfortunately for the past few years, Roblox has kind of just done their own thing and kind of neglected the community, I would say, overall, especially recently, where they just kind of push Rthro more and more into the faces of the community, despite the community not necessarily being too fond of Rthro characters. This is definitely once again something that Roblox has done today with this, and well, this is just very unfortunate because now you're no longer allowed to use the classic Roblox avatars on commercial content and physical products, which is just very unfortunate. Rthro characters, of course, the ones that people don't really use or like, aren't listed in this, so it just seems like Roblox kind of wants people to use Rthro characters. And on a note of Rthro characters, there's going to be a video tomorrow just for Rthro characters, since I believe it is a very hot topic right now and I kind of wanted to talk about them. If you want to see that one, feel free to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on it. And of course, that's pretty much all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful day, stay safe, stay hydrated, and I will see you of course in the next video. Bye guys.